If you're a heating and air conditioning technician, what are the 10 steps that you need for a fantastic door approach, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you for HVAC technician sales secrets. Okay, so the cat is out of the bag. Today we're going to talk about the 10. The 10 things that you need to know about door approach, or the 10 items that you really should have included in your door approach. Now, heads up, there's multiple different individuals and companies out there that teach some sort of door approach. I may have a couple of elements that you did not have in yours. You may have a couple elements that I don't have in mine. That's okay. But think about, there's some technicians out there that have never had training on what they should talk about when it comes to, let's begin this sales call. So here's the thing. First and foremost, I highly encourage, this is step 0. This is not on the list. But step 0 is this. Before you get to your call, you pull around the corner, straighten out your uniform, make sure that everything's good, check your teeth, check your nose, check your ears, and really get mentally into the game. If you just got off the phone, things aren't going right, hey, your last call isn't this call, right? So this call is the one you need to focus on. Everything else is nothing matters, okay? That's like step 0. Step 0, and most people miss this, and then they drag all their baggage. Don't drag the baggage, you don't need to. They drag all their baggage into the call. So we're going to start the door approach from the time that you drive up and park right in front of the house, okay? So parking. Wherever you park matters. You should be looking for fire hydrants. In California, we got this crazy day walker rule that says you can't park 20 feet away from a corner. And if you do, people can't see around the corner, especially if you're on the right side. You have to be aware of whatever state, local jurisdiction, law, parish thing that you got going on. So parking, okay? So believe it or not, this is more importante than you know, because when you go up and you knock on the door and you go, hey, my name's Scott from Scott Belco, whatever name your company is, just here to take care of your service. Okay, where I parked. There are times where people say, no, my mailman's coming in. No, my daughter parks there. Nope, I don't want my neighbors to see you in front of my house like this. Please pull around the corner. Right? It's the first conversation. It's the first opportunity for you to have some sort of an agreement where the person's like yes or no. Now, here's what happens. If you get to a house and you pull up to the property and the person goes, hey, can you park in my driveway? Are you sure? Right? Yep. I can tell you. There's 3 major times in my life on sales calls where the person said, hey, can you park in the driveway? And I didn't know that there was another person making the decision. And the person comes home and they couldn't get in the garage. And they're like, gosh, dang it. Who's in my parking spot? And they lose it. So now I got to spend 20 minutes undoing all the anger that somebody has on me because somebody told me to park in the driveway. You have to be aware that occasionally this does come up. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. It's an email publication. You get emails from me. You'll love them, okay? Sometimes I sell stuff. It's an email. Sum it down. All right, name. So you're going to knock on the door. Hey, my name is Scott. I'm with Scott Belco. Is it okay where I park? Yep. Hey, I see on my notes that it says Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yep. You prefer Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You want Bob. You want Betty. You want Mary. You want Mo. Whatever they got. Okay. You're having the conversation that makes things smooth. And, just making sure that we're here. So the next step is all right if I come inside and you put your floor savers on, right? Now, this is where I lose it with the industry. They're not booties. They are not booties. A booty is what a pirate looks for. A booty is what you see at the club, right? That's a booty. It's a floor saver. You're describing what you do. And here's what's going to happen is a person's going to say, hey, you don't have to put those on. And instead of saying no, just say, hey, look, I just want to make sure I'm protecting your home. Oh, you don't have to do that. Hey, I'll walk through front yards, backyards, everything that you could imagine. I'm just going to make sure. And sometimes it's a test. I remember I was up against XYZ company here in Sacramento. XYZ company, I knew was coming in behind me, and they were not a good company. And so I set a bear trap. So homeowner goes, hey, Scott, you don't have to put your floor savers on. And I go, hey, if I'm going to take this shortcut, what other shortcut am I going to take? Now, the company that I worked for, their pricing was up here. And XYZ company, they were you can't even see it. It was way down here. And so the dude ended up going with me and coming to my office. And he goes, hey, Scott, want to know I'm going with you? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to know. And he says, hey, I told XYZ company down here to not put their floor savers on, and they didn't. And he goes, I really liked what you said. Hey, if you're going to take this shortcut, what other shortcut are you going to take? Now, second promise I made that guy that I was going to go back to his job, which I did. And there was some issues, right? Because things go wrong. We're all human beings. And he says, hey, look, I really appreciate that you came back. So like, be aware, the promises that you make really do freaking matter. Number 4, we're only on number 4, time commitment. Hey, do we have time to do this? You know, for me to do a diagnostic on a system can take 60 to 90 minutes, right? For me to look through your equipment could take some time, right? Do we have that time? Nope, I got to go back to pick up my kids. Okay, are you cool leaving with me here in the attic? I've been left in a house, right? I was left up in a house. I was left up in an attic, like probably 6 miles from here. And I had to call the office. I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do. I am left in the house and the alarm is set because I can hear the thing beeping. What do you want me to do? They called the homeowner and the homeowner was like, just hang out and watch some TV. There's some food in the fridge. I ate, right? So you got to make sure your time commitment works, okay? Number 5, billing. How your charge works. Hey, today, dispatch fee is $79, $99, $149, $199, $249. Covers all the time it's going to take for me to go through your equipment. It's going to cover everything that we need to do here today. Just letting you know this is what to expect, right? Like how your charging works matters because you are penalized from here on out. You are penalized for everything you don't bring up in your door approach, and it's multiplied. It's like a fine, right? So like you're sitting there and you're like, hey, you know, I forgot to tell them about my dispatch fee. And then you're all done putting in the capacitator, the contactor, the fan motor. And they're like, well, we didn't agree to a dispatch fee. Like this is where you're going over your invoice. You're like, hey, this is how we work, right? So billing and pricing. You may work for a company that's got some sort of flat rate pricing, straightforward pricing, level pricing, whatever they call it, wherever you're at. It's the same thing, right? Here's our pricing. Here's our levels. You're going to fall into one or more of these categories. And then like if you have a membership plan, a partnership plan, a maintenance agreement, like you should be talking about that throughout your sales process. And this is your first big no. They're going to tell you no. No, I'm not interested. Leave the paperwork on there anyway, right? Like I can't tell you how many times I've worked with technicians and they're like, Scott, I came back to go get my tools and go over the close with the homeowner and the partnership, the membership agreement. Everything was already signed and ready to go, and they told me no, right? Hey, everybody says no from the beginning. It's normal, okay? And then add-on sales, whatever the other opportunities are. Hey, there might be some specials this month. If I go over them with you, would that be okay? Or are you against me going over the specials? And then number 9, number 9 is your review process. Hey, would you mind leaving my company a review if I do a good job? If I don't, would you let me try to fix it before I leave? Like whatever way you're going to say it, okay? And then here's the thing. You are on your last bit. Hey, can I let myself in and out? Yes, you can. Now, last question, are there any small animals or big animals that are going to try to escape? No, Scott, you're good, okay? So that animal in and out access is something that's commonly missed. So if you're like, hey, Scott, can you put all this stuff together for me so that I can see it real time? Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. No problem. Here we go. So pull up in front of the house. I'm already ready to go. Uniforms tight. Check my teeth. Check my ears. Put the vehicle in park. I am walking to the door as soon as my vehicle's in park. Walk to the door. Knock on the door. Door opens. Hey, Scott with Scott Belco. Is it okay where I parked? Yep, we're good. Right? It says Bob Smith. You want me to call you Bob or Mr. Smith? Bob's cool. Sorry if I come in. Yep. Let me just get my floor savers on. Oh, Scott, you don't have to do that. Hey, I just want to make sure I protect your floors. If I was going to take a shortcut on this, what other shortcuts would I take? Ha, 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 you're so funny. Hey, can we get started at the counter? Cool. Hey, I got a couple things to go over with you. First and foremost, it's probably going to take me 60 to 90 minutes to go through your equipment. We good on time? Cool, we're good on time. So the office explained our dispatch fee. It's $149 for me to come out. Covers all the time it takes for me to go through your equipment. We good on that? Yep. Okay, just need some initials right here that you said that's okay. So here's what to expect. I'm going to have to come in and out of the house. I'm going to go up in the attic to take a look at the furnace or the air handler. I'm probably going to have to get to the thermostat. Can you show me where that's at? Sure. Okay, would you mind turning it on for me? Because I don't really want to touch it until you've touched it and you've got everything going. Fantastic. We love it. Okay, since we're at the thermostat and it takes about 30 seconds to 2 minutes for this thing to come on, I just got to go over our membership plan with you. It's really cool. You're going to love it. It puts you in the front of the line. Anytime that anything happens, you get a discount on parts and pieces. And if the system goes out, we'll give you a chance to replace the equipment. There's a discount on that too. We've got 2 options. Either one of them's really good. We've got the silver, which is $19.95 a month, and we got the gold, which is $29. Whatever one you pick is going to be good. You should probably just pick one of those. Cool? Cool. Okay. So right now we got some specials. You should probably look through them. They're in the book. There's some information. We do everything on level pricing, everything from a level 1 to a level 15. Your repairs are going to probably fall into one or more of those categories. And then last of all, the best part is you can review my service. Right? If you love everything that I do, you can always give me a 5-star rating if that's cool. If there's something that you couldn't, would you allow for me to have the opportunity to fix it before I leave? Yes, Scott, we're good. Okay, last of all, system kicked on. We're going to turn off the system. Before I head out to go grab my tools and my ladder and everything, are there any small animals in the house that are going to try to escape? Nope. Can I just let myself in and out? Right? Like that whole process takes about 2 minutes. Your door approach absolutely positively should take about 5 to 10 minutes because you're going to build some rapport. Oh, you like football? I like football. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You like spaghetti? I like spaghetti. Do you like it with a lot of sauce? Because I love a lot of sauce. But be aware, like you should have some sort of scripted process where you're doing a door approach and you're hitting at least 10 of those steps. And there might be 12, 13, 14 for your company. I just build out a checklist. Like I literally laid out everything that I would do if I was a technician today going to the door based upon training that I do. Like, here's the thing. In this industry, it's like, I don't want to show you what I do because that's what I charge for. I've written 5 books on how to be a heating air conditioning technician, 600,000 words. I got way more stuff than videos. We are good. Like that's all you need to know. Okay. So if you're like, hey, Scott, I didn't know that I was missing a door approach. I'm going to absolutely share with you. You should have one and it'll save you a lot of time, right? You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.